How's it going, everyone? Reckless Yuki here, and welcome to my video prepping for Street Fighter V. And most of you guys don't know this because I never really mentioned it on my channel before, but I'm a huge fan of the Street Fighter series. Absolutely love this game. I loved it ever since I was a child, and I can remember as a kid practicing half circles and full circles just to get better with my favorite character, Ryu. And then also all the other characters I practiced just so I knew how they worked so I could face against them when my friends would pick those characters to try to defeat me. And growing up in a small podunk town like that, you don't really know how good you are because in that town I was probably one of the better kids. I consider myself a beast at the game, but then after I saw a video of the 2004 or 2002 EVO, once internet kind of caught up in my town, I saw Daigo versus Justin Wong, and after I saw that when they were playing, I think Street Fighter Third Strike, where Justin was Chun-Li and Daigo was Ken. I'll put a link to that video in the description to check it out. But after I saw what they were able to do, I knew that I wasn't that good at Street Fighter anymore. And it kind of shattered my world because, you know, I thought I was the best, but that definitely wasn't the case. But I do love Street Fighter still, and I still played it off and on, especially when I was in the military. This was one of the games that us nerds used to try to compete against just to kind of, you know, test our might against each other. And I always did fairly well, even though there were some people that just absolutely devastated me because they took the time to really practice, whereas I didn't really have the time to practice anymore with my job. But anyways, what I like to do with the announcement of Street Fighter V not too long ago is start prepping myself to get into that sort of mindset and that mode and dedicate some time to practice half circles and full circles in order to be good at this game again. And on the back screen here, you're seeing the intro for, or I guess you did see the intro for Street Fighter 4 Ultra, which I just downloaded for the PC. And I'm able to run this in 4K on this 4K monitor, so I'm pretty excited about that. And I was debating whether or not I wanted to go with the PlayStation 4 or the PC when it came to Street Fighter 4 or Street Fighter 5. But I decided to go with a PC for one because I'm able to run it at a higher resolution, so we'll have a better looking gameplay for when I upload it to YouTube. As well as right now for the PS4, I didn't really, if I was going to buy a fight stick for the new systems, I would want one that was compatible for the PS4, the Xbox One, as well as a PC, because I didn't want to have multiple fight sticks, but it doesn't really look like that's available yet. And the only fight stick that I kind of saw that was interesting was the HORI Hyabusa, which you have to pick for either the Xbox One or the PlayStation 4. So I wasn't really interested in any of those. So I decided just to go with an older fight stick that was really good for the money. And in this box here, I have the new fight stick. So I thought I'll do is open up to show you guys which one I picked, and then we'll go into the game to see how well I could benchmark it at 4K, as well as recording it in 4K to see how good it looks and if I'm able to do it with this computer. And just, you know, a spoiler, I am, and it's awesome. But anyways, with the help of my big ass knife, we're gonna open this box up and see the fight stick that I chose. Now, I did a lot of researching when it came to fight sticks, and, you know, fight sticks are very debatable, just like with anything as far as peripherals. Some people will love one product and absolutely hate it, or some people will love it and then some people will hate it. It just depends on personal preference. Let's see. In here, we have a lot of bubble wrap, which is cool. And I got, this is gonna be something for another video, possibly, but we have this. Oh my gosh. Hopefully that didn't hit the camera. So we have the Qanba fight stick, and this is a Chinese fight stick, which it has some really good reviews, and China has been making some fantastic products. I spent a lot of time looking at this and kind of looking at what they're doing, and this is the fight stick that I chose. Now, I'm a true fan of HORI fight sticks. I love HORI as a company. It's a Japanese company, and they made quality products ever since I knew them back in, I don't know, shoot, like all the way for the GameCube, really. They made awesome products. Even though a lot of those products weren't compatible with the US because they didn't come to the US, they still make high quality products even now. But I kind of feel that their cases are a little bit lacking. They kind of been cutting some corners, but the quality products, I mean, they're just all Swana, you know, buttons and fight sticks, so you get those on anything. But I chose this because it has some pretty cool features. So let me stop babbling and let's get into it, because I'm not sure how much of this is interesting for you guys of just sitting here having me talk about it. And Yeah, but like Street Fighter has been one of my favorite games, and I can't wait to start playing Street Fighter and uploading to my channel. Hopefully you guys are entertained by it. Hopefully there'll be some sort of enjoyment from you guys, because this is a game that I'm truly going to enjoy. So anyways, get this box out. So there's like one box with this box, and then within this box, there's another box. So it's like one of those Russian dolls that you see. So the one I have, almost dropped it, is the Qanba Q1, which is for the 360, but with this stick, you can either get the one for the 360, which is white, or you can get the one for the PlayStation 3, which is black. Yes, okay, this just scared me a little bit. On the back here, it showed a black one, and I read it, but it still says 360, so I think it's still the white one. More importantly, I just wanted to work with a 360 because I'll be using this mainly, or pretty much I'll just be using this for the PC, and I felt that the 360 version of the Fight Stick might be a little bit better as far as compatibility with the PC versus the PlayStation 3. Even though the PlayStation 3 will work, I felt that since, you know, Xbox 360 is Microsoft and I'm running Windows, this will just give me a lot less headache, or at least that's my anticipation of it. I'm pretty sure it doesn't matter, but that was my train of thought when I ordered this, because I don't really want anything to go wrong. But anyways, let's open this up and see how the Fight Stick looks. And you know, there's plenty of unboxing videos on YouTube. Hell, I watched tons of them before I actually made the purchase of this Fight Stick, so I doubt that this is going to be anything new. But main thing of this is what I got in preparation for Street Fighter V, and that's what I'm looking forward to. And what is this? So they gave me some cool keycaps so I could put it over the last two buttons, because really when you're playing a fighting game, you don't want to press the, you know, the triple kick or the triple punch to execute a special move, because that's kind of cheap. So if you're going to do the move, you want to do it legit and press all three buttons at the same time, because, I don't know, that's just the way that pros do it. So anyways, let's get this out. So another box and some foam and some other foam and a plastic. Man, super excited about this. You know, I heard mixed reviews of this as far as like people liking it, not liking it. They say it's cheap, or, you know, a lot of people say it's good for the money. But it actually doesn't feel too bad. Like, it feels really nice. I like it. And it's white, so it matches like pretty much everything I have going on here. And the real reason I got this is because I can have these clamps hook onto my desk here, and instead of having it in my lap, I'll have it on my desk, and then I could do everything I need to. So that was the main reason I purchased this particular Fight Stick, is because of these awesome clamps here. And then if I don't need to, I could take them off. But that is the main reason I got this, and it's just a quality stick, and it's very easy to mod is the main thing. So I already purchased a new stick for it, and I purchased some new Sanwa buttons, Sanwa 30mm silent buttons. And that should be here next week, so I'll probably do a video of me just ripping things out and modding it. But I just got this in the mail today. I just downloaded this, so I decided to, you know, make a video of updating it. And then I guess going over to the PC here, let's press start, get out of this, and let's just do a benchmark to see how well I'm able to play this game, because there's not much with it, but I have this set to 4K. Let's go to, let's see, I want to go to options, and there should be a pop-up screen here. Instead of just look at the screen, I'll have an actual pop-up screen, so that'll be a little bit nicer. Options and graphic settings. So the graphics of this is maxed out, so I have this set to 4K. VSync I have off because this is a G-Sync monitor, and it's usually better to have the VSync in-game turned off just so it's more compatible. Frame rate smooth, anti-aliasing, filtering, everything is all the way to the right. Extra effects, I didn't really know what these were, so I just kept them as off because I didn't really want them. But everything else is maxed out. So going to the back, and I also turned off the sound of this game because I know that music, especially Capcom music, will trigger all sorts of copyright flags, so I decided to keep that off. And then go down here to benchmark to see how well it's able to do. So yeah, so once again, like, it should be here as far as showing you guys how it is looking, and it's just two people fighting it out. I did this a few times, so I already know the results, but I'm still really excited about this. And Street Fighter isn't really that complicated of a game. It's not. I mean, it's complicated as far as like how the fight thing goes, but it's not really that demanding. With my PC, I'm able to run it at 4K with the max settings, and it gives me a result of an A with the average frame rate of 59.93, so basically 60 frames per second, which is ideal. And it says, Ultra Street Fighter 4 works perfectly on this machine. You can try higher settings for a better visual appearance. I can't do anything higher. That's freaking awesome. So I'm pretty excited about this. So when it came to picking from the PC to the PS4, I chose this, even though I think I could find easier people against the PlayStation 4, because I'm sure plenty of people will probably be using, you know, just a regular controller, vice a fight stick. I think that it's just going to be easier for me, or even though it would be easier on the PS4 to find easier people to make me look good, I think I'd rather take the visual appeal of the game and just fight harder people who probably will have fancier fight sticks than me. So anyways, that's my preparation for Street Fighter 4, or for Street Fighter 5. So this is what I plan on doing, is just going to be playing this game with this fight stick, and I plan on practicing so I'm able to hopefully be somewhat devastating. Not the best. I'm not going to be able to go to Evo. I'm not going to be able to do Pro. I can't do the same things as like Filipino Champ or Daigo, but I can hopefully try to have some fun with this game. Anyways, I think that's enough of me rambling, so I just wanted to do this video to kind of put out there that Street Fighter 5 is coming. I plan on playing it and uploading it on my channel, but in the meantime, I'm going to practice with this stick, mod this stick. I'm going to rip out all the buttons and replace them with Sanwa and a HORI Hyabusa joystick, and then just do this. So if you guys are interested in it, let me know in the comments below. I'll definitely post up some gameplay. Hell, I'll even do some 4K gameplay, because it's able to have, so basically like what this number is it's having this frame rate while it's playing in 4K and it's recording in 4K. Unlike Far Cry 4, which it kind of stuttered and it was really hard to do that, this game, it just does not slow down the computer because it's not that much to it. So I'm probably going to start doing like Street Fighter in 4K, even though it's going to be limited to 30 frames per second instead of 60. I think the visual appeal of it will definitely be worth it. So anyways, I'm going to stop talking now. That's going to be in the end of the video. Hopefully you guys enjoy. Let me know what you think again in the comments below. And if you want to see that epic moment with Daigo versus Justin Wong, check out the link in the description below. I'll have that link. But anyways, that's it. Ending the video now. Have a good one. Bye.